You ever feel like you're watching something come back wrong? Not broken, exactly, just slightly off axis. Like a word you've said so many times it loses meaning. Michael Jackson is everywhere again. Wikipedia views up 419%. His nephew's face becoming his face. The biopic climbing despite mixed reviews. The Mummy returns, literally. Devil Wears Prada gets a sequel. Masters of the Universe rises from the 80s. We keep resurrecting things we loved, and then we stand there, watching them move, trying to remember why we loved them in the first place. It's not nostalgia anymore. It's something closer to a seance where the spirit actually showed up, and now we don't know what to say. Here's what's interesting. Michael has crossed $219 million worldwide despite a 76% audience satisfaction score, which means we're showing up for the ritual even when we're not sure it's working. The Mummy returns, a sequel to a reboot of a franchise that was itself already a revival, just hit $443 million. Disney drops a special look at The Devil Wears Prada 2, priming us for a return to 2006 like it's a place we can actually go. He-Man, resurrected for a generation that half remembers him and another that never knew him at all. And here's the one that really got me. Mr. Brightside climbed 8 spots on the charts this week, in 2026. A song old enough to drink, still being discovered like an artifact from a dig site. Still hitting kids in the chest like it's new information. We're not revisiting the past, we're excavating it. So let's slow down here because this is where it gets interesting. What's being expressed right now, the thing we're saying out loud with all these revivals, is a desperate hope for continuity. The belief that the things we loved can persist, that the thread doesn't have to break, that something can survive its own ending and still mean what it meant. But here's what's underneath that. Here's what we're not saying. We're terrified of originality. We're afraid we might have to feel something new without a reference point. That the next Michael Jackson won't look like Michael Jackson. That the future has no obligation to resemble the past. And honestly, we're not sure we're ready for whatever it actually looks like. So where's the integration? What does health look like here? It looks like loving a resurrection without needing it to replace the original. It looks like watching Jafar Jackson become Michael and holding both the echo and the absence at once. Letting Masters of the Universe be a new story wearing old clothes, rather than demanding it make us feel 10 years old again. Integration looks like grief that can also laugh. The viewer who cries at the biopic and then walks out saying, "That wasn't him, and that's okay." There's a philosopher who spent his whole career thinking about this, Jacques Derrida. He was haunted by ghosts, not literally, but conceptually. He developed this idea he called hauntology, and what he meant was that the present is always inhabited by specters, the ghosts of what came before, the ghosts of what never arrived. We live, Derrida argued, in a state of inheritance we didn't choose. We speak in languages shaped by the dead. We build futures out of materials that are always already ruins. And the specter, this is the key part, the specter is neither fully present nor fully absent. It's the thing that keeps showing up in the corner of your eye. It demands acknowledgement but refuses to be pinned down. Derrida would have looked at the Michael biopic, a nephew becoming an uncle, a face digitally smoothed toward an icon, and he would have recognized the fundamental impossibility. You cannot resurrect. You can only quote. Every revival is a citation of something that no longer exists, and the citation always carries the absence within it. The grief isn't that Michael is gone. The grief is that we keep summoning him, and he keeps almost appearing. This is why The Mummy Returns and Masters of the Universe and the Prada sequel all land in the same cultural moment. We're not nostalgic. We're haunted. And we keep holding seances, hoping this time, the ghost will be solid enough to hold. Which brings me to a film, and I want you to really see this with me. Vertigo, 1958, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. The entire movie is a resurrection that comes back wrong. Scotty, played by Jimmy Stewart, watches a woman named Madeleine die, falls from a bell tower, gone, and he's destroyed by it. Then he meets Judy, a woman who looks almost like her, and something breaks in him, or maybe clarifies. He begins remaking her. He buys the same clothes. He demands the same hair. He's not falling in love. He's performing a ritual. And there's this scene. Judy finally emerges from a bathroom, fully transformed into Madeleine. She's lit in this ghostly green neon from the hotel sign outside, and Scotty watches her come toward him. She's perfect now, identical. He embraces her. The camera spirals around them, dizzy, dreamlike. And in that moment, you realize he's not holding a woman. He's holding a memory he's forced into flesh. She's exactly what he wanted, and therefore nothing at all. The tragedy isn't that the resurrection failed, it's that it succeeded. And the success revealed what he actually wanted was impossible. He didn't want Madeleine back. He wanted to have never lost her. The difference is everything. Hitchcock understood what we're circling now, in 2026, with all our biopics and sequels and reboots rising from the earth. Every revival is a confession of loss, and the more perfect the copy, the louder the absence screams. Stay curious, read widely, make something real. This has been the Zeitgeist Whisperer.